Michael Brown's father and Ferguson activists request 20 million from Black Lives Matter for organizing efforts. The International Black Freedom Alliance and Michael Brown Sr., the father of the teen that was killed in Ferguson, Missouri in 2014 by police officer Darren Wilson, are requesting 20 million from Black Lives Matter. The request comes on the heels of the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation revealing it received over 90 million in donations in 2020. The Black Lives Matter movement gained national attention following the protests that took place in response to the death of the 18-year-old Michael Brown and received renewed attention in 2020 after the killing of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery. The IBFA wrote that they want the money to continue to work, and others have been doing since the uprising since 2014. Tori Russell, an activist and co-founder of the IBFA, who appeared with Michael Brown Sr., outlined the request and what the funds will be used for in a video that was released to social media. Russell also highlighted that Brown has only received 500 from the groups affiliated to Black Lives Matter. Wow. The IBFA, this is their tweet, Oh boy. Today, our co-founder, Ferguson frontline organizer, Vanguard TNT, alongside Michael Brown's father, demands 20 million from Black Lives Matter in order to continue the work they and others have been doing since the uprising since 2014. Ferguson demands accountability, a response to the news that Black Lives Matter received over $90 million in donations in the wake of the George Floyd death, as reported in the Associated Press on February 23rd, 2021. All right.
Greetings. I'm Tori Russell, Ferguson frontline organizer on behalf of many activists in the St. Louis area. I'm joined with Mike Brown Sr. and Tyler Mike Brown Jr. Today, we hold Black Lives Matter accountable. The movement that is catapulted to the limelight has forgotten about Ferguson and the freedom fighters. Freedom fighters like King D. Sears, Edward Crawford, and Diane Jones have literally given their lives to the struggle, but are rarely spoken about, and families are not taken care of. Brother Ali, Joshua Williams, and many other political prisoners from the Ferguson movement are incarcerated or have been, and still has received no assistance from Black Lives Matter. What kind of movement are we building where we're saying Black Lives Matter, but the freedom fighters and the families are being left behind? Where is our restitution? Where is our organizing? Where is our building of a movement? We have groups like the Lost Voices and the Freedom Fighters here, and thousands of other youth activists in their 20s and 30s have been out in the streets protesting for months and months and years for years. Still forgotten. We're asking that Black Lives Matter leadership funds $20 million to Ferguson organizers, organizations, and community foundations to do the work. We're not begging for a handout. We're coming for what we deserve. Today, as we demand the $20 million to go to Ferguson as restorative measures so we can continue where we started, here's what we'll be organizing. Annual commemorations around Mike Brown Jr.'s life, mutual aid programs, Black Panther-style programs and services to meet the needs of the people, community gardens and farms, and also organizing fellowships and stipends so we can fight white supremacy full time. This is what we started in Ferguson, and this is what we will continue.
Okay. IBFA tweet here again to this date. Michael Brown, father, and said he's received only 500 from any Black Lives Matter affiliate group, even though they organize an annual commemoration weekend for their son, along with many other events with other families for healing and empowerment. We're not asking for a handout, but for the funding to keep the movement strong where it began, Russell said in the clip. These people are not for Black Lives Matter. They are trained Marxists. These people are controlled by the left. All the money that they've received went to the Biden administration. And these people crazy. Okay? Patrice Cullors and their other two cronies, they're not for Black Lives Matter. They are for the expansion of gay rights. That's it. Sad to say, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. There's a reason why in the 60s with the civil rights, they didn't want, the gays in their movement, because they would take over. Look what happened now. Black Lives Matter got hijacked, as it's been claimed, and now it's just a front for gay rights. Okay? They capitalize on the death of Black men, okay, and women, to catapult their agenda, their LGBT agenda. But they've got played by the Biden administration and Kamala Harris. But sad to say, these, they don't care about blacks. They care about you when you're dead, when there's, media attention on you. But after a while, if they can't make you any more relevant, they'll pass you to the side. That's how it is. The IBFA also released a statement that on request and quoted Brown questioning where all the funds raised by the Black Lives Matter will go. Straight to the Biden campaign, wherever they feel they can find relevancy. Why hasn't my family foundation received any assistance from the movement? Brown asked in the statement. How can you leave the families who are helping the community without any funding? They're controlled by the left. In a report from the Associated Press, the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation said it gave $21.7 million in grants to Black Lives Matter chapters and other organizations being led by Black people, and finished out 2020 with a balance over $60 million. They will utilize this funding for multiple years to reestablish community efforts, provide mutual aid and programs for the community, as well as establish a community center in honor of Mike Brown Jr. to serve the community. The IBFA said in a statement on where the requested $20 million will go if received. The center will be a hub for where activism and community empowerment merge for the greater good of the St. Louis area. Money will be given to other families affected by police brutality, like slain activist Darren Seals and Josh Williams, who is currently incarcerated on what they believe are trumped-up charges. The IBFA, they will spend the money on Chosen for Change Foundation for Mike Brown Community Center, organizing grants for Ferguson protests and activist programs and services in the Black community. Annual August 9th commemorations, Black Lives Matter. This is insane, man. This is insane. Sometimes I really do think about the I'll say it, doesn't matter. Prince Hall Freemasonry and how they have control in the Black community. How did their agenda is to keep the Black community down for the bidding of the white Freemasons, skull and bones. Yeah, I know I said something that's conspiracy theorist wise, but sad to say, the boule is real. Okay. And most of these people, that are higher ups in the Black Lives Matter, they're fraternities, and that's where they operate from. And their job is basically to keep the Black people down. Okay. That's basically it. And if they stiffed Michael Brown's father, supposed to be giving him millions to help the movement, they give him $500. He's supposed to be taking care of these people who've been victims of police brutality, and you're not doing that. You got sold, out to George Soros, and you do his bidding. Sad to say, this is it. This is what it's come down to. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Once Black Lives Matter took up steam, they went on to do bigger, better things and left their primary objective behind. But that was their plan all along. Capitalizing the deaths of Black men and women to gain popularity and for the pushing of the LGBT agenda. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.